Sup, it's your boy Big Reg coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house. We're bringing you Rivalry Week. Folks, we've been waiting so long for this game against MSU and a chance to bring back Paul Bunyan to the big house. Joining me tonight to discuss the big game. First, as always, I shouldn't say as always because he wasn't here last time because he was too busy getting his sizzle on. The one, the only producer, Jay Bizzle.
There ain't nothing like going home, getting the peace sucks to lose big time, and now we got to get rid of Shoddy. So let's get this on.
Oh, you might be talking about Shardy, but you was getting it on with Shorty. Oh, producer Jay Bizzle. Oh man, he was making that love connection while he was down here, boy. He was like JJ to Roman Wilson on that deep pass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still not sure what you're talking about.
You better stop lying. You better stop lying. Don't make us bring in the witnesses. Anywho, also joining us tonight, the one, the only, nameless guest.
I have to admit, I want to hear a little bit more of what you're teasing. And I saw a little smirk coming out of producer. So I know you did strike a nerve there. Something is there. Okay. But all I'm going to say for this little brief intro is, boy, are we ready for this game. It's time to put the pounding on. And let's get into it and bring Bunyan home.
There you go. Well, let's go back to the beginning. Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. 2 years ago, you know, it was the COVID year. It was Mel Tucker's first year at East Lansing. And I'm not gonna lie, I came on this program and I was talking about blowout, and we were talking about how MSU was one of the worst teams in the history of the Big Ten, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And then what ended up happening? They beat us, and then we went on to have our worst season in gosh knows how long. Fast forward to last year, I thought for sure we was going to get our revenge. But Kenneth Walker III and a couple of bad calls by the refs turned that dream into a nightmare. It's not here we sit. 2 long years. It's been 2 years since we beat down Mike D'Antonio, forced him into retirement, 44-10. Remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm left wondering, what are we going to see this weekend? Are we going to see another beatdown, another 44-10, or is Sparty somehow going to turn it around and launch the second half of the season in style with a victory over the Wolverines? Gentlemen, I turn it over to you.
Shardy got nothing. What other scenario could possibly happen in here other than maybe a shutout? We shut them out completely. So I have no qualms about this. I know every other possibility. Literally, I was there when the block kick / ran back for a touchdown and my jaw was dropping. I can't tell you how many times I've been at those Michigan State games. I was at Monsoon Fest when we were like trying to come back, but the rain just kept coming. There was water pouring out of my pockets. Nonetheless, I was there. Braylon Edwards was triple overtime, quadruple overtime, and we won it. I mean, every possible scenario has happened, and I've literally been at nearly almost all of them at the big house. I wish I was there this coming weekend too, because this will be the scenario where we're going to shut them down. No doubt in my mind.
You know, I'm just going to react to that. But first, a quick observation. You know how there's like name droppers? You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, Jay Sizzle is like a Michigan experience dropper, kind of like just loving to just brag and put out there all those things he's been to. That's all right. I love it. It's not a diss, but as a self-admitted nervous Michigan Wolverine, I feel pretty good about this one. I was just admitting to you boys that I was pretty nervous about PSU, so I was so glad Big Reg was 100% spot on. Called the beatdown that it was. I mean, but for this one, I'm fully aware of all the crazy stuff that can happen. Bad calls, throwing up a prayer, losing the 50-50 balls, PIs, the cheap shots, and we try to keep our composure despite all the best coaching in the world. Somebody does some stupid shenanigans, yes, but everything has to go wrong for us not to prevail. Everything and then some, really. So this is more about how much style points are we going to have to stay ahead of Clemson and all those other sucker fools out there.
Wow. Wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. I haven't seen this much bravado from this group since we last said push it real good. Remember those days?
Don't remind me. Oh, painful.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, baby, 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 push it good. Ah, push it. Ah, push it. Push it real good.
That's why for me, I'm a little bit hesitant. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're so cheap, man. You just said that so you could put a little clip on there. Come on, you're so transparent.
Listen. On paper, I agree with both of you wholeheartedly. The Michigan offense theoretically should dominate this game. Even with the return of Xavier Henderson and the defensive lineman to the Michigan State defense. I can't remember the young man's name on the defensive line, but both of them are key players that I think they're getting back for this game. Having said that, and also, what's the young receiver's wide name? The Jaden Reed? I can't remember his name.
Jalen Reed, I think.
The young man Reed, that big time playmaker out on the wide receiver position. They're getting all them dudes back. So for me, when I look at the past results of MSU, part of it's like this is not the same MSU team that's coming into this game. The team that got blown out by Washington, the team that got blown out by Maryland, the team that got blown out by OSU, et cetera, et cetera. I could say all the blowouts. But that team is not the team that's coming into the big house on Saturday. So that's the only thing in my mind that makes me say, whoa. You can't take this lightly. You can't take it lightly. And thank goodness for us, I truly believe in my heart of hearts, Coach Harbaugh, the staff, and none of the young men that make up the Michigan Wolverines football team are taking this Michigan State team lightly. They got a bone to pick with these dudes. So I think they're going to come out fired up. And two people in particular, in my mind, Blake Corum, J.J. McCarthy. Now, listen, I'm not one to point fingers, okay? That's not what I do. I don't point fingers, okay? But we can't deny the truth that last year, those two players were involved in one of the most critical plays of that game. The fumble. And I know for sure that those two young men are just chomping at the bit to redeem themselves for what happened last year and flip the script and do whatever they can to bring Paul Bunyan back where he belongs, to the big house. So I raise my glass to that.
There's definitely, I think, big time bulletin board material that's hiddenly posted inside the locker room right now, especially after a lot of that trash talking last year post game. If you've seen all the Twitter feeds, etc., blah blah blah, that happened, and so they will remind them day in and day out of what they said, how they said those things, and we know we have to protect the house. We have to protect that. No PB&J incident. Nothing will prevent us from protecting our house. And we're going to make sure to get this done this coming weekend. I'm expecting this defense to go ballistic on that weak offensive line of Michigan State and on that quarterback. I mean, I think Noah Kim's going to eventually come into the game at this point. But we're going to make sure to put the beat down on that.
Wow. So you holy smokes. this guy already invoking the name of Noah Kim in this matchup. Holy cow! You're saying that it's going to be that big of a blowout that they're going to have to turn to Noah Kim, huh? Wow. You know it's not going well for Sparty if Noah Kim's coming in. No offense to my Korean, second, third, fourth cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Anywho, gentlemen, kind of with that in mind, what do you see as the keys to victory for this Saturday?
It's going to be bully ball.
Mm.
It's going to be the same old manhood stuffing, control the scrimmage. I agree with you. Blake is going to come to play. He's going to further the Heisman campaign. I'm really hoping JJ gets an opportunity because he's more than capable. We need him to show out with Jaden in the house. 4th trip back, 5-star recruit, seal the deal in this little subplot, okay, in the background. It's going to be a fail, okay, if we don't get him signed, sealed, and delivered. Get him in. Few bombs. CJ, I'm looking at you. Roman, come on.
Wow.
You're one of those quiet ones that you talked about at the podium, how you did not say a word on that bus ride home. And there was a lot of you like that. Wolverines. So those bombs are going to be coming. A couple of them. Come on. Everyone's got to eat this game. All right? There is bully ball, but you got to feed the whole table also. So far be it from me to pretend like I know anything more than the great Harbs, but please feed the children, all of your beautiful children. No, they need to eat. Come on. Let's go.
There should be no doubt in our mind that we should, we could score as many points as possible. No longer can we get up to 30 points and be like, okay, we're just going to run the ball. Whatever. No, just keep pressing the gas pedal, because at this point in the season, this is not just about winning the games, which I've always been about. Just play to win the game. And now we need to play to get into the playoffs. That's what we need to be able to do. If you're going to show the committee that you're the top 4 team in the nation, then you got to beat up on your rival really, really bad.
Oh, man. All right. Let me just put it this way. I see on defense, the key for Michigan is going to be one thing and one thing only: pressuring Peyton Thorne into mistakes. So that means the law firm of Morris and Oki, they need to get home and get that man on the ground as much as possible. Because I don't want him having any kind of time to make the big throw downfield to Reed at all. Nope. We can't allow any kind of big plays to give him any kind of momentum or any kind of hope. So that defensive line has got to get home persistently, all night long. All night long. They got to be, instead of dancing on ceiling, they got to be dancing on MSU's feelings. Just, you know what I'm saying? Oh.
Put yet another cheap clip in there. Come on, Lionel. I love it. Love it
too. Then on offense, we just got to keep doing what we've been doing. But like producer Jay Bizzle was saying, I should say what both of you were saying, just sprinkle in a little bit more big play. And I think that's going to happen because I don't see anybody in that MSU secondary being able to keep up with Roman Wilson, that Kama Aina killer, the Maui Wowie, the Hawaiian hangman. You know what I'm saying? He's going to. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, that's a penalty. You gotta go like this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there you go.
So a few additional comments on the D since that has been brought up by the both of you. Interesting to see how they are working on the linebacker core here, their coverage skills, making some good use of their bye time. This is where, I've been a little down on Hilo. Okay. I really love this coaching staff, and he's got to earn his chops here.
Wow.
I want to see some results this week. Coach him up. We love Jr. He is stud. He's not completely where many had hoped. Maybe he would explode Devin Bush style, maybe as an impact sophomore, but very, very, very good. Number one tackler, yada yada yada. But that coverage skills are a weakness, and everybody knows it, and MSU knows it. So yes, I think they're going to try to take advantage of that. They will go for those 50-50 balls. So our corner, Jamon, has been spot on. So I expect him to continue his good play. But they're going to have some good pass breakups. And I actually will hand it to them and just go ahead and say they're going to connect on a few. That's all right. They will connect on a few. And when we get to our predictions, I'm not sure we cover. That's okay. We're going to still win by 2 score plus. All right. Maybe a lot more like Reggie outlandish prediction style.
Wow.
But
outlandish, you say. Outlandish, you say. Holy smokes.
Everybody who watches knows you. But defense-wise, yeah, they could get lucky. They're going to get some. You never know how these games are going to get called, but at least we're at home. They get the PIs. They chuck it up there. That's like their only shot. So that's what they're going to do. And we're just going to see if they call the DJ Turner grabby. He got called for that last week. And that's kind of how he plays. And then just real quick, we need Dono to just kind of change the narrative a little bit here. He's put up too much bulletin board material. And did you see that whole little weird thing about retweeting the anti-Semitic remarks? Come on, this boy's just gotta shut all that stuff down. And
who?
He retweeted Ye's comments on.
But who did that?
Dono.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good look.
We don't need that.
Leading
up to rivalry.
Well, rival week or any week.
Yeah,
I don't need that.
Not good.
No, but that just goes to show, impressionable young people, following things, and just not a good. No.
We need a statement. Clean that crud up.
Yeah,
and just speak on the field. Thank you.
Speak on the field and know the stuff off the field too. That way you don't get into trouble with that kind of stuff. Good gravy.
Stay in your lane.
Man, oh man. Anywho, gentlemen, let's do it. Let's finish it up with our score predictions. If you like.
Well, just to chip it in, JC from Sunnyside could not join, but he made the prediction: Michigan 41, MSU 13. Wow. Interesting. I'm going to go actually pretty similar. I want to go Michigan 45, MSU 10.
Wowzers. Wow, that's even worse than the last beatdown Mark D'Antonio got before he got shuffled off into, semi-retirement there. Holy smokes.
I'm going to go, while I would love that, and I could totally see that happening, I'm going to call 38-20. Comfortable win. Few rivalry week crap stuff that may just stress us and piss us off, but we win comfortably and the cream rises to the crop. But the smashdown is still definitely in play.
Night game. It's a night game. 7:30 kickoff time. You're just stewing. You're just stewing in your hatred all day. You know what I mean? These kids are going to just be sitting around thinking 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. These guys are taking Paul Bunyan back from us. Oh, and then by the time the kickoff happens, be ready to rock and roll. I can see it already. My prediction: Michigan 56. MSU 9.
Yeah, buddy.
9.
Wow.
In addition to that, I predict that Noah Kim will have to enter into the game by mid-third quarter.
What?
Yes. And then Noah Kim will be chased around like, he's going to it's going to look like, like a Korean kid getting chased around by his mom for failing, bringing home a C in math. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
They're
my
going to be
God.
looking to whoop his behind. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be like, what did you get on your SAT? 1200? Oh, you going to bring a 1200? No, not good enough. Not good enough. He going to get whooped. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
And I don't even know, maybe even the third string might have to go in there because he's going to get whooped around. So I feel sorry for my Kim cousin. But hey,
Wow.
them's the breaks when you go play for Sparty.
Wow.
Gentlemen, anything else before we wrap it up?
We had a couple comments since we've been off for a couple weeks. Last
Oh,
week.
wait. Before we get into the comments, interesting note, when we don't post videos, our subscribers went up by 2. We got more subscribers, but not posting anything. It's crazy. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, we got our brother Rich putting down some PB&J jokes / also saying, Reg, you gotta wash it down with a nice cold milk instead of a Shinerbach there.
No way, man. Lactose intolerant. You know what I'm saying?
And we got some other ones way back from Indiana that we need to give a shout out. Our brother Eric Rowe, he said in Penn State game, Michigan scored 14 unanswered points in 12 minutes in the third quarter. If you multiply that by 5, that's the same winning 60-minute game with a score of 70-0. That's just math. You can't argue with math. Moses Choi says, what do you think about our secondary? But you clearly saw from that last game what we were able to do. And then our brother Andy Song writes down, man, these desert heat checks ain't stirring my porridge. Even Al Borges got married last weekend. Get it?
Oh, don't worry, brother Song. Producer Jay Bizzle is on it. You know what I'm saying? He rekindled some fires here in the A squared, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So that porridge is heating up. There's a heating up.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
What you talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
So coy. Yikes.
I'll just say this. FOF. FOF.
What?
Friend of a friend.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Get it done. That's all I'm going to say. Get it done.
Yeah,
This guy. Look at him. Look at him right now. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what you think it is. So good luck.
Huh?
Never mind. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. So I raised I ran out of Shiner Box, so I had to go with this Leinenkugel right here. So I raised my Leinenkugel in anticipation of Rivalry Week.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, my goodness gracious. 2 long years. Paul Bunyan has to stay in East Lansing, but no more. No more.
I'm home.
I'm home indeed. And to that, we raise our glasses and we say, go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.